Hey everybody, Graham here. So I guess there was some drama in the Lawtube community over the past few days having to do with some stuff that people said about Rekieta while he was banned off of YouTube. And I don't really have an opinion about that. I mean, I watch Rekieta for his law stuff. I don't generally watch any of his streams where he gets drunk on cam and talks to whomever about whatever. So, I don't really have an opinion on any of the drama itself, but it did get me thinking about something something that I've noticed about group dynamics. Now, I don't know the inner workings of Lawtube, or, to the extent that there is an actual Lawtube. I mean, I know that Lawtube is just kind of a name that people give to this sort of loose affiliation of lawyers who talk on YouTube. But I also know that they do communicate amongst themselves and they go on each other's streams, and so there is a little bit of a community there. I don't know how things work within that community, so I'm kind of just using that as a jumping off point to this next thing. And this is just something that I've noticed about group dynamics in general. And that is that in any group, there is the group itself, and then within that group, there's the real group. There's always a smaller, fairly exclusive group of people who, depending on, what the group is, they're either the sort of core people who influence the other people in the group, or they're, responsible for the governance of that group, in which case that, it might be a formal thing. But I'm talking about more informal kind of stuff. And the other thing that I've noticed about this phenomenon is that the more open and welcoming a group seems to be, or is, really, the tighter and more exclusive that inner core group will be. And this is one of the reasons why I've never really been interested in scenes per se. Like whether it's a music scene or the YouTuber scene, or, anything. Anything that could be described as a scene. There are people in the scene, and then there are, sort of the core group of people in the scene. And when there's jockeying for power, either within that core group or among, sort of people of the outer group, maybe trying to get into that inner group or trying to disrupt that inner group or whatever, that's when things get nasty. And so for my own self, I just tend to opt out because, why bother? On the other hand, I also, I'm enough of a misanthrope that not being involved in group things doesn't really bother me that much. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say, is that don't kid yourself about group dynamics. Don't kid yourself that the group you're in is open and welcome and egalitarian and, everybody's just the same. Because everybody's not the same. There are some people who have more stroke than most people. And if you ignore the reality of that, you're going to run up against it, and you're going to flatten yourself like the coyote chasing the roadrunner through a tunnel that was painted on the side of a rock. Anyway, there it is. Talk to you guys later. Graham out. Bye.